His son's also...
I like Bruce Lee's biopic, Dragon.
Enter the Dragon or whatever?
No, that was his original.
It was an aneurysm that he died from, right? Bruce Lee?
He was super dehydrated, they said. I don't believe that. They wanted to kill him.
Why? What does
because
he have to offer that?
He was making money off of like Chinese culture. A lot of Chinese people thought, and they hated him for that.
The Chinese hated him?
Yeah, some hated him. Some lauded him.
That's our biggest market now in terms of money that we
it wasn't. Remember, we have to remember that this is the 70s, so we're still we're not completely interconnected. I mean, you have to think World War II changed everything.
Oh, they hated us. I mean, they still hate us, but it
really was a couple things. The advent of the radio, air traffic.
Yes.
You know what? Let's bring it back.
The founding of aliens, because that's what this book I'm reading about is called right now. The 3-body problem. Have you heard about that? It's like Netflix's like big show right now they're milking, and it's also like a science fiction book based on actual empirical evidence and things that happened in the 60s during the Cultural Revolution, and then they make it into a sci-fi.
Okay, but I hear when people say empirical evidence. I used to say myself, it just means things people wrote down.
No, but I'm saying like they really did have like antenna waves and radio transmissions they were shooting into space. And they're talking about they used the sun as like an amplifier for that. And then like a civilization picked that up and was like, and they were like, all right, cool.
I'm not sure I believe the whole science anymore. I want to see some experiments done again.
No, yeah.
My belief in science goes up to like 11th grade.
And that's funny because that's what the whole book's about. It's like the alien like civilizations are like, we have to discredit their science. They no longer do it, so we can go in and kill them.
Is that what they're like?
That's the whole thing. So like, it's humans that have given up faith in humanity.
You don't think the aliens can just kill us?
They're so far away, they can. But like they're
just too far away.
So think of what you just said, right? From like the Stone Age to like the Iron Age to like the Industrial Revolution to the you know what I'm saying, to the Information Technology Age, whatever. It happened so rapid. So in this book per se, at least the thought is they're like, shit, it's gonna take us 450 years to get to the Earth. They're already in the information AI age right now. If we leave now and send them there, they're gonna fucking kill us. By the time we get there, they're gonna be past us and they're gonna blow us up. Okay. And then they're gonna come back
based
and kill
on
us.
the time. So the time would take travel. Okay,
yes.
All right.
So they're factoring in how fast that humanity's advancing. They're like, we really do want to kill those guys for sure. But by the time we get there, they'll be able to kill us. So like they're in a thing where they want to like stunt science here in the world and then come over and take over and like wipe us all out.
Did you see?
Because I don't think aliens would be friendly. I think they would immediately wipe us out. There's no amicable relationship.
You don't think so?
There. Hell no.
I just don't see.
Hell no.
Okay, so you don't.
We wouldn't be amicable with them.
But we're not the peak of civilization or life or intelligence. If they were, okay, I would imagine. Okay, so I think there's two ways to think of it. Maybe three. You could think of it as aliens as this super dominating force that has better technology and is more intelligent. But to do that, you'd have to be more intelligent than us, and we war with each other. So like. Then we recognize that's stupid, but we still do it, so they wouldn't do that. So they wouldn't be a violent race, because violence in and of itself is not intelligent. Like, it's good if you're
hungry. Why? It's power. It's power.
Power isn't everything in the universe.
But it is completely, because then they can dominate us. Because if they come here and we're hostile, then what? Because we would be.
Would we be?
100%. If aliens are, if
you don't think that aliens have the technology to be like
anecdotal question. If a UFO came outside your house right now and they come out and they said, "Hey, we'd like to come into your home to you," and you have two options. You're playing D&D. You could roll the dice. I could knock the alien out and use my luck and kill him and take his ship, or I'm gonna let him into my home and trust that he's friendly. What are you gonna do?
I definitely think more people would not kill alien first. I definitely think you're wrong. I definitely think most people, especially
anecdotally, you.
Oh, I would definitely be like, yo, dude, come in. Like,
killing him right away. The second you turn your back on him, I've killed him.
Why would you kill the alien?
I'm behind him, rear naked choke.
You don't know.
Body
you know what it is? I want to learn from
body
aliens.
Triangle.
We're learning creatures. We want to learn from things before we kill them. Yes, we will. Would we eventually, probably as humans, want to split them open and look at their organs? Definitely, but like
they're gonna want to do the same thing to us.
And that's fine. We give them some cadavers. And they'll give us some cadavers.
Oh, you're saying we'll give you our biology. Like, you can have access to our biology.
That's what I think would actually happen. I think there would be like or the other way. Or the other way. Yeah. They are a violent, blood-sucking, like, plague race. Totally possible. Yeah, that they just come, and then it's just, we want to come into your house, and now I got the dice. You better be rolling, bro. I'm like, where the shotguns at? Let's go. But like, I don't think it could be one of those ways, or it could be in the middle where they're like us and they're not super intelligent. They just have a little bit. They've learned to bend gravity or time or space
or
in
a
a
black
way.
hole. So like something.
Exactly. They've learned how to travel in some way. Maybe
Right.
they can actually reach light speed. They're 1,000 years. You know, what was it? I've been reading Hyperion. That's a really crazy thing.
Yeah, you're reading that. I'm reading.
It's cool how
Three Body Problem.
It's cool how science fiction books are just so fun.
When they're done right, they can be boring.
What's your? Oh yeah, they definitely.
They can be very boring. So
Oh,
like if
they
they're
can
done right, like Three Body Problem is like an interesting book, and like the mathematics side behind it is cool. The alien thing finally got me into it. So like I was a little bored. Because honestly, throw aliens into it, and then I kind of get into it. Because there has to be some kind of risk.
Sprinkle simple. But sprinkle little aliens on top.
Sprinkle little aliens in there, and I'm fully in
That's
that. Like
delicious.
ancient aliens and stuff. That stuff is cool too. Like Egypt and how
I can
these
never get
pyramids
into
were
that
formed and
stuff. Nah, you know what it is? You know what it is? The narrator will never know if they were there or if they weren't.
It's so cheesy and
Like,
so
I just
great.
can't. I can't do it. I can't. But wait, I wanted to say something. Don't let me lose this train of thought. So you were talking about how you and your mother watched what movie?
We try to watch Chaplin for 5 minutes.
Okay, so I think Chaplin has the single best monologue ever written.
Monologue.
Yes.
Is it in the opening? Like, what do you mean?
No, Chaplin, not the movie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin played in a movie called The Dictator. It was one of the first sound movies out where you were able to hear.
And he was originally a silent
film
actor. That
right?
was his transition, right?
Right, so he made this movie.
I think you're getting your movies tripped up, though. Because The Dictator is with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh, excuse me, you're right. I meant...
Yeah.
No.
He's Sacha Baron
I believe
Cohen.
it is still called...
He says...
The Dictator, or The Emperor...
No, because it was with The Dictator, and it had to do with like political armistice, and it had to do with like communications in foreign disputes. The Dictator was
you're right.
A documentary.
It could have been The Emperor. It could have been something. It was a black and white movie. I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I know the movie. I know The Dictator. I just saw that with Fig. I know that movie.
What did you watch?
I was at his new apartment, and he was like, "Yo, you should watch this." And this is why they call me Dean.
Aladdin, yeah.
It's Figadine. And I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it." And I had never seen it before. It was very funny.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No.
I thought it was for the part where he made fun of the girl, little boy. That was like a funny joke to me.
The funniest thing to me
is, I give you.
It's like when he made positive and negative both Aladdin. He's like, "You had HIV." Aladdin. And the guy's like,
that movie had some jokes that were really like.
Yeah, it had some.
Like it had some jokes that you were like, "Yeah, this is." But no, Charlie. In the movie, that Chaplin starred in, he played a barber, who somehow I didn't see the whole movie. I only know the monologue, but somehow he gets mistaken for the emperor of a foe. It's basically Nazi Germany, and they're winning.
The Emperor of Nazi Germany, Hitler.
Yeah, he looks like Hitler. That's why Charlie Chaplin.
He's a barber, though.
But he is a barber. He in the movie, it's some crazy shit. I don't know what happens. He gets like mixed up somehow. You know,
he gets confused as Hitler.
He looks just like him. Yeah, looks just like him. So that it makes you laugh, right? Because Chaplin was a comedy guy, so you're thinking like, what the heck? And he's like, oh, I'm not the Führer. Come on, we must buy Emperor. We must go.
Oh, is it a comedy movie?
It has like it. That's the thing. It's like a dramatic comedy. It's like, you know.
Because I can't think of why someone would like during the height of World War II and all this anti-Semitism and like patriotism. Why you look like.
Okay, Hitler. Wait. So yeah, it has that, and that's the same thing I was thinking. In the very end of the movie, some shit goes down. A girl gets in trouble. Like he realizes that like he's about to Hitler the world. Like he realized like Chaplin, who's trying to pretend so he doesn't get caught, so he doesn't get killed. Because he doesn't want to. That's what he's afraid of. He doesn't want to get caught of not being the emperor. And there's kind of this theme of like they're propping him up even to be this emperor, you know. And then they put him on like to make a speech to the world, and the whole world can hear him. And he says, like he has a choice there to become the emperor and like rule the world, but he's just a barber. Like real talk, he's just a barber. So he sits up there and he looks at the speech, and then he looks out. And he says, I'm sorry, I don't want to be an emperor. I don't want to cause war. I'd like every man to live peacefully with one another. Black, Gentile, Jew, white man. You know, we were all born to live. It's crazy. He says exactly. Hold on, actually, I need to grab something real quick.
Where are you going?
I need to plug this in.
So, Just while you're putting this all together for everyone at home, I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So in
This is Charlie Chaplin, the comedian.
Okay. So
if you're wondering, this is Charlie Chaplin, the comedian.
So in this movie, there was the first. I thought it was like Singing in the Rain was the first movie we saw.
It was one of the. It was one of the. It was in that era of sound.
So he's a silent actor transitioning to audio.
Yes.
And then when he transitions over, they say, "Here's your pitch, bud. You're gonna be
Hitler."
He wrote it.
And they didn't want it to be a thing.
He wrote it.
They didn't like it.
Who's they?
The studio, the
Hollywood.
Whatever the Hollywood.
So he wrote a movie where he said, "This is my first debut into sound. I'm going to play a guy who looks like Hitler, who's a barber,
Chaplin's speech.
And gets mistaken by the locals to be Hitler, and they start propagating me."
The Great Dictator. That's what it's called. Charlie Chaplin, the Great Dictator.